Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is in regards to the Villarreal family and who killed or what the hell happened to the Villarreal mum / wife of Jax, and why I think Jax Villarreal may or may not have killed his wife or got someone in his criminal career, friends or accomplices, whatever you want to call it, to kill his wife. First off, the children's bedrooms, there's nothing suspicious really in them. I had the walls up, it's just basic like children / teen decor. The only thing that's a bit odd is that Max has like you know, the thing where you can listen to music in his room, which is odd because normally I don't see Max being the type to listen to music because, you know, his backstory and what he does. It's a bit odd, but I'm just going to pretend that he might be using it to rebel, knowing him. Anyway, the children's room's not that suspicious. I think Max is the far right because I'm pretty sure it's Max's because it's a single bed, because he's also a child. And it's all like black and maybe like a pop of red sometimes. I'm not sure, I might have overlooked that. But that makes sense because of like his whole aesthetic, whatever you want to call it. Because you can tell by how he's described and how he looks as a child. Luna's, again, hers is all just pink, and I'm pretty sure that makes sense because if you look at all her outfits, they're pink. She's also in the Paragons, which also seem to wear all pink, or they have some sort of pink theme too. Again, Hugo, I'm not sure because his is like blue with like dirty like washing, or I guess laundry if you're American or whatever, and so that's not suspicious. But then if you go upstairs, that's where it gets suspicious, because you go into at first I didn't connect it because I had the walls down, so I'm like, okay, this isn't that odd. But then I put the walls up and there's a separate room that no child is inhabiting. I have a theory that might be where the mother was staying before she got murdered or killed. It also leads out to a balcony with just like a table and a chair, and it's massive out there. Like there's nothing except a balcony. Like the balcony is like massive. It's not like a small balcony. It's like a massive balcony with like a table and 2 chairs. And that's it. That's all that's out there, and then it's just open space. She also has a map like in a room, like a world hidden map, so that seems weird too. And then if you go in, and I feel like that room's supposed to be hidden and like locked, but it's not actually locked, probably because they didn't feel the need to lock it, because the locks in the Sims 4 don't really work anyway. So yeah, or they didn't. I think they do now, but I don't really know because I haven't really checked. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off topic. But if you go up the hallway to the room, like, it's a room. It's not a hallway. It's like a mini room, and then it has doors. And then so you go into the supposed mother's room, in my theory. But then you go into Jack's room, and that's when it gets really suspicious, because you look up and he has these like key things above his bed. I read the description, and they highly indicate that those keys are supposed to be hidden, and that they are like things to unlock suspicious rooms or something along those lines. He also has a green looking chair just hanging at the end of his room in a corner suspiciously. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's a missed look or if that's done on purpose to indicate that he was using it for a torture device or something. You can tell that I have a lot of creativity with Sims theory of this right now. I don't know why, because I know people think that Max did it, but honestly I don't think he did. I think Max is a child who's probably witnessed his dad do some bad stuff, like killing his wife, and then probably has trauma from that or something. I'm not laughing at trauma, I just find the situation a bit odd. Sorry, I sound someone over there and it was annoying me. Anyway, and then you go down. He also has other stuff in his room that is like that's not really that suspicious, but it's like, okay, why'd you have that? Like, he has a gnome, just a random gnome chilling on his bed. I'm like, okay, that's odd, but nothing. I think the keys in his room are what give it away. I think those keys unlock 3 rooms. I'm going to tell you the third one in a minute. I think the first one is it unlocks his room, so none of the children go in and see the keys, so they can just, grab them and start unlocking doors. I know you can't technically do that in The Sims, but just imagine with me for a minute, because I feel like the Sims team did this on purpose. Or they at least were trying to hint something and give us clues as to what actually happened, because I think I know what happened. And I think it's a gruesome story. So I think that unlocks Jack's rooms, and then the other key, the second key, unlocks the mother's room to where she was murdered, because some of the stuff in there is odd too. It's like, I don't remember, I think it might be a single bed. It's like a single bed, basic furniture, but then if you go into wall mode, it's like, there's a hidden map, so I don't know if that was her trying to plan an escape or what. I might be looking too much into this, but I don't really care. I like my theory and I'm keeping it. You can disagree with me, that's fine, but I think it's a valid kind of theory from what I've seen. Now, you might be wondering where the third room is, and that's what I was wondering too, because they have a basement. It's like a bar without the walls up. It's not that suspicious, because it's just like a bar and a few other things. But with the walls up and all the other added circumstances and the description of the family, that's when it gets a little suspicious. Because Hugo's room, which I presume is the one with the blue bed and the dirty washing on the floor, at first I thought it was his, because he's it's like the basement is it's like you know how I mentioned the hallway and how that's a room. But the basement, the way to get to the basement is like that. It's like a little mini hallway room, but it goes down to the basement. And at first I thought it was to Hugo's room, because it's taking up some of his wall space just out, and then to the kitchen. But then I went up, and it's actually, there's no way he can get in there. There's no door. The door is in the kitchen. So I think the third and final key in Jack's room is to that little door. And that's when I go down. At first, there was nothing suspicious. Just a bar, nothing out of the ordinary. But then I put the walls up, and that's when it got suspicious. Because there's this thing on the wall that has, all different tools, like a shovel. It's like a little wall decoration, which is not suspicious on its own. It's just like a little decoration thing. But then if you add all the other aspects, it does get a little suspicious. Because it also looks like it has sort of weapon kind of things that would look like it was used to murder someone. I'm probably going to get flagged for that on YouTube, but I don't think they'll notice, so we're just going to pretend it didn't happen. I don't really know. We'll find out. This might get age restricted for this though, so I don't really care. Because, this is a Sims video, and I'm not really family friendly, so I don't care. And I want to talk about murder. Murder. No, I should stop saying that, because they are actually gonna... I don't really know. They might not. Anyway, I got distracted again. Anyway, so there's that, and you're probably thinking, well, maybe that's not suspicious, but there's also that same map that I mentioned in the spare room, whatever you want to call it, in the basement. So that's odd. Also, there's 2 urns. They're not actual urns, they're decorative urns. But we also need to consider that this was before, vampires. So we didn't get the actual urn, decorative urns again. So they do just look like decorative, urns. They're called grandma urns or something along those lines. But it's just suspicious, because why is there 2? And also, why do you have one in the first place when all the other evidence is pointing to the fact you murdered your wife or you got someone to do it for you? Yeah, so that is what I have seen so far. I'll probably update you if I see anything else. They also have like a little statue, like, you know, the I don't know if you've heard of the mod Sim Teleporter, but it's basically that. It's basically that model thing, but it doesn't teleport anyone, it just stands there because it's actually a base game item. Or whatever item it's from, I don't know. Anyway, so that's there, and that's odd. But it's not really that suspicious from everything else I've seen. Now you're getting to the traits of Jacques Villarreal. He's erratic, evil, and a genius. He's also in the criminal career. And those sound like traits that could get away with murder. I'm just saying. Luna's traits, because she's a teen, is... The one that I think stands out for Luna is childish. Because that to me sounds like... I think they gave them all negative traits to indicate that they've seen something they weren't supposed to. I could be looking into it completely wrong, but I do get the feeling that that might be what's happening. Because Max, for some reason, they gave him the evil trait, which I do not agree with. Every time I play with him, I change it to like something else. Because I don't think he's evil. I think he's probably troubled and probably is rebelling against his dad, but I don't think he's evil. And Hugo has the loner trait. Could be, again, nothing, but it also could be the fact that he sees his dad murder and doesn't tell anyone, so he just hangs by himself. Or yeah. So that's suspicious too. And then you look into the description and it's like, where is Mrs. Villarreal? Who is she? What happened to her? And then it's also heavily implicated that he murdered his wife. I'm pretty sure it says, did Jax murder his wife? Sometimes the obvious answer is not right, but sometimes the obvious answer is. And I'm just saying, I have a few theories. Theory one is he killed his wife, got his criminal friends to cover it up, or he used that shovel and did whatever with it, because there's actually no, like, I don't know where he would have buried the body, to be honest. So there's that. Also, it's also likely that the balcony is so big outside because he used it to push her off the balcony. Who knows? So that's one theory, which is plausible. Another theory is he killed his wife and then tried to blame it on his son because, you know, perfect alibi. Oh, my son, he's part of the Renegades Club, which is basically just be mean to everyone and be mean to Paragons, even though his sister is in the Paragons, so that doesn't really make sense to me. Sibling rivalry, I guess, but not that. But it's the way that club works. There's also stuff like sorry, I'm trying to think. There's also stuff like I can't remember what I was saying, but I'll get to it in a minute. There's also the fact that if he did, the theory too is that would probably be a great alibi for him because, you know, his son is rebelling. His club literally is infamous and says one rule of the Renegades is you don't talk about the Renegades. It's not a famous club. Maybe he don't want people to talk about the Renegades because he knows he's not supposed to be talking, and maybe that's his way of rebelling against his dad, and his dad wouldn't agree, so he's like, do not talk about my club, do not tell them anything about it, I don't want him to know. So that's a theory too, that he possibly is trying to blame his, I don't know how old Max is. I've heard that he's 13 days away from aging up when you first boot, like, say, a new save. Don't know how plausible that is because I haven't really checked. Also, I'm on long lifespan, so it might be different for me. I don't like it when my Sims dies. I'm okay with other Sims dying, but not mine. So that's one theory. That's another theory too. This is the third one. Some of them overlap with each other too. Third one is, because he's in the criminal career, I think I've read somewhere that he's level 8, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Is he got his, I'm going to sneeze, hold on. Watch it not happen now. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm good, I think. The third theory is that he got his friends in the criminal career, or probably because he has connections, because, you know, criminal career is all about, you know, and I don't really know in the sense, but I'm pretty sure that he's probably doing some illegal stuff. Because I also read somewhere that he had a bag of cash, which you get if you're in the criminal career, and it's basically implied that it's stolen money. But I couldn't find that when I looked, but that might be because all the other, by the time I looked, the children had for some reason moved out. I don't know what was going on there. Probably MC Command Centre or Neighbourhood Stories, either one of those. So I couldn't find that, and I can't guarantee that if you do start a save and go into that household, that they'd have like a bag of duffel cash, I think it's called, because it's a bag like full of cash, and it's obviously supposed to be stolen money. So I can't guarantee you that, so I'm not going to put that down as concrete, because I've not seen it, and I don't think that's there. It might be true, might not, up to you. If you see it, then it probably is, but I haven't, so I'm not gonna add that as evidence, because, you know, I don't want to be wrong. Anyway, back to topic again. I got distracted for the fourth or fifth time in this video. We're not going to talk about it. I also have a whole deep dive on my somewhere that I wrote out. Also, I heard that there's also a trailer, and I heard, because I looked it up, and someone put it on, I think it was Reddit or something, that there's a video of him kissing some random person in a trailer. So there's that. I don't know if that's supposed to indicate. I don't think that's the mum either, because she looks like either a teenager, well, not a teenager, but people have said that she looks like Sophia Bergerson, who's a teenager in game. But I've heard they also don't do they probably decide on ages afterwards. They probably made the trailer and then did that. But it's very likely that it's an older sister that we don't know about of Sophie Severo, or it's just some random townie that looks like her that they never added. Either way, I don't think it's the mum, because she looks, yeah, if it was in the past that would make sense, but he's an elder, and he's already an elder. Nah, he's an elder now, and in the trailer I'm pretty sure he's an elder, because all the elders have grey hair. They don't really change that, so I don't think that's plausible either. So he either was having an affair, or whatever he was doing with that lady. Anyway, back to the third theory, is he got his friends to kill or at least plan an assassination on his wife, dead wife now. And then he, for some reason, decided to keep one of her own in the basement that he only has probably access to, which is odd. I don't know what he's planning or what he's doing. So I think that's a theory, because he's got an urn in his basement. He's got two, actually. I looked. There's two urns. I don't know who the second one belongs to. Maybe someone witnessed him murder and then he had to murder them too or something. I don't know. But he is in the criminal career, so it's likely that probably job related or something. Maybe he keeps the urns of the people he knows or something, and then he might have got more kills that we don't know about, but he just keeps urns of people he knows or something. I don't know. I'm just coming up with theories. Anyway, back to the third theory for the 7th time now. Please don't count. Please, whoever is watching this, don't be going oh look, that's the 7th time. Please don't. Anyway, so I do think that he also could have got his criminal friends to hide a murder, because he's obviously not in jail. Now, that's probably going to be a lot harder in Sims, because there's no jail. There's nothing you do. You can't get jail time, or you can't go to jail, or you can't go to prison just for murdering someone. It's not how that works in Sims, because it's not that advanced yet. Maybe one day, but not yet. Well, you can actually get to work, but it doesn't really work, because then the next day you'll see the criminals you arrested, like, walking down the street fine. So it doesn't really work like that. But it's very likely he also got one of his associates to do that. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's also really odd, because even though he's a criminal, he seems to be, like, really buddy, or I don't know where I got that from. But he seems to be really friendly with people. Like, there's no indication that he doesn't get on with people. Like, I don't even think he has any enemies, which is odd. Maybe that's him trying to, like, say, oh, I couldn't have killed anyone because I'm friendly and everything. I'm on to you, Jax. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his name. If I have pronounced it wrong, please do let me know, because I'd love to know if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But I do think that he did kill his wife. He either got someone to do it for him, or did it himself. Or he did it himself and then tried to blame his child. But obviously, because Max is a child, they're not going to send him to jail. So I think that it's likely he's like, hey, I want to murder my wife, but I don't want to get caught. Can you guys help me out? And they're probably like, oh yeah, more money for us, let's go help. I don't even know if that's how that works. I'm legit just making it up as I go along. But what I don't know is why he has a green chair in the corner that's just hanging there. It's kind of similar to, have you ever seen the Goth's household in Sims 4, and how there's just some random chair in the corner? It's like that, but it's also like not in the dining area. It's like, it's just like hanging in his room, like right at the end. Like, his computer's there, and then all the way at the other end is like just a random green chair that don't even look that comfortable. It looks like a dining chair. It's a dining chair that's like green. Yeah, it's one of the fancier dining chairs, but it's still a dining chair, and it looks really suspicious. I have a feeling that, because obviously they can't, like, Sims doesn't have torture devices. Like, say, if you ever played Sims Medieval, and you had the Pirates and Nobles not aspiration, but the add-on thing, they had like a torture device. And what if that is like, that chair is trying to replicate that, and it's trying to be like a torture device, but obviously they don't have one, so they have to make pretend. It's very likely that that's what's happening too. Maybe that's what happened to his wife. Maybe it was an accident, and he's like, he took it too far, and that's how she was murdered. Or maybe he just likes to be an evil person and tortures people on that chair, and then when an accident happens, he just buries them all in his basement. So, yeah, that is what I think happened. I also think it's really odd how the children all have like a negative trait that could also be related to something they witnessed or something they know of. Because I feel like Luna being childish could also, it might be nothing, but it also could indicate that she has suppressed some emotions, so she's gone to a childlike state when things weren't as bad. I think Max shouldn't be evil. Maybe I'd give him maybe mean instead, because that would explain why he'd be mean, because he probably saw his dad be mean and horrible to us, and he thinks that's normal. Those are my theories. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you agree, and please let me know if you have different theories or different things, or what you think may have happened. But I think that Jax did kill his wife, and I've said it like 10 times already. Thank you all for watching. Bye guys. Have a great day or night or whatever. Bye.